EFF leader Julius Malema's court appearance in Newcastle. We're joined by SABC News reporter Mlungisi. Khumalo, Mlungisi, a very good morning to you.
A good morning to you as well as to our viewers at home.
It was a very brief appearance. Just give us a sense of occasion, what happened when the EFF leader arrived and the process leading up to the postponement.
Okay, like you mentioned earlier on, that this was a very brief appearance inside court, but accompanying the CIC was some of the leadership of the EFF inside court, just to be there to show support to him as he faces this charge of inciting violence and trespassing. You'll also remember that the last time that this court case was rather due to appear in court, Julius Malema did no show. In fact, his lawyer, Tumi Mokwena, was the one that appeared in court. Now, just to give you a brief overview as what's really transpired in court. The matter was postponed to the 25th of February because Julius Malema's lawyer said that they were going to challenge the Writers Act Assemblies Act, which they deem as being unconstitutional. In fact, they further said that this act was an act that was put in place by the apartheid government. And he also says that even Nelson Mandela shared a similar sentiment about land grabs, saying that the land in Africa belonged to everyone who lived in it and everybody should have an equal share of the land. So yes, it still appears to be more robust, more aggressive in his message, and also a bit more defiant, because also once the matter was adjourned and when he came out in court, he reiterated his message where he said that most Indians in the province remain very racist. Might I also mention to you that amongst those people that were in the sidelines listening to him were white people as well as Indian people as well. And his supporters cheering him up as he said this message.
He also used the appearance to let the EFF commemorate the Freedom Charter in KZN. How was that received?
Well, Malema used the court case next year to his advantage. He said the next time they come to this province, this is where they will be outlining the province's policies come next year election. In fact, what they said they were going to have an EFF rally right here outside the magistrate court. So we are expecting a bit of fireworks in that particular scenario as well.
Mlungisi, the message, the reiteration of the statements of Indian people of Indian origin and racism, how was that received by the crowd?
As unfortunate as this might sound, most of his crowd actually cheered as he said that most Indians in the province remain racist. He says some of them have gone as far as abusing their domestic workers as well as their core employees. In fact, he made reference to an incident that transpired in the province not so long ago where an Indian employer actually poured petrol into the leg, or into the hair of one of his employers in Durban. So he made reference to that, saying that he was not being a racist, but he was merely stating what he's observing.
Mlungisi, how much support does the EFF have in KwaZulu-Natal, and how much appetite is there for the conversation of land appropriation?
Well, judging from today's court appearance and when Malema addressed the crowds today, I can firmly confirm to you that looking at some of his past appearances, there weren't as many people outside here to hear him on as he spread his land message. But when it comes to the EFF support in the province, it's not that much. You'll also recall that they went into a coalition with some of the opposition parties in some areas across the province where the IFP managed to garner a lot of support, and as a result of that, members of the EFF, councillors to be more precise, opted to vote with the IFP, and that is where the EFF stands at the moment. But he also mentioned that come 2019 he wants to see a growth of the EFF in the province. And might I also mention to you that in the year 2016 the EFF got into a bit of a squabble where party members were together within the party. There was a lot of infighting. Some members of the EFF broke away and some members of the EFF also rejoined the ANC. So it is yet to be known whether the EFF still enjoys as much support, but to put that into determination, only the upcoming elections will be able to determine that. But like I did mention earlier on this, there wasn't enough support today. There weren't as many people as we had also anticipated, because if you remember that when we came here in the year 2017, most of the roads within the city centre of Newcastle were broke, but today most of the roads were open, as a minuscule number of people made a showing here today.
Mlungisi Khumalo is our SABC news reporter, coming to us from outside the Newcastle Magistrate Court, where EFF leader Julius Malema appeared this morning, and his case was postponed to February 2019.